But I'm going to take you guys down Love Lane. A couple years ago, I had a best-selling story on Amazon. That's a cheap pimp of myself. Had a best-selling story on Amazon, and I wrote a dedication, which is now my tattoos. So I'm going to start you out with the War of Love, and we're going to go the spectrum about a few women that I know. To end with Roxana, who's the love of my life. So when you get pissed at me at the beginning, just remember there's still Roxana. Okay, this is about the War of Love. This is called the War of Love, that no one ever wins. To the hues of fall that never were. To the running leaves that burn so red. And to tragic heroes who side by side kill each other, battling enemies that are already dead. The heart beats, the lungs breathe, the train wreck rolls on and on. Like you, I'm going to tell you this is shame on your name, and this is related to a redhead girl that I went out with for a long, long time. Dive in to your scars, your flesh burned, your name, your shame earned again, dotted your skin, pimp it again, as long as you're famous on Instagram. You get you to think when you drink, you think you still have weight to hiss and spit like bacon in my pan. Man, you are a disease swimming in an ocean of ticks. So dive in, because this is no tone to open arms, but a suggestion. Drown. Choke on your malignancy, sleep with your felony, gasp on your history, and sink to your destiny. You drown everything. It's how you always will be. Because you are like autumn, a mistress that glows with the promise of lies. So fleeting your hues, so thoughtless your crime. Your leaves have all fallen, the ground has grown cold. With the breath of my child, you killed outside your womb. And to her I write, it's 4 in the morning, and I'm at it again, writing you letters that I won't ever send. You've been gone a few years now while my star's on the rise. I write books that people do praise. Crowds wait to see me sometimes, and always a few. They ask for the meanings in poems meant for you. I tell them sleep still betrays me, and so does my bed. Then I drive home, tell you I miss you in letters I won't ever send. And this is about Andrea, who started out good, and it was 4 in the morning again for her, and it was that time again. With her, baby, it was so much easier just to write on her skin. But instead, I couldn't do it, so a paper my proxy, though absent of words, this Tin Man's gonna narrate you for something that swirls. In conversations with Andrea, she was a Catwoman when Batman, in whispers sublime, and dogs with her were like insects that trap you on her line. Rainbows are spiders that hang from her trees she crushes with fangs, cause her cookies ain't free. At the sight of her hourglass spilled on the sand, says Scarecrow to the lion, shit Chris, you should have just ran. Somewhere over the bluebirds, trained in her web, spun by a feline, roll over, play dead. Yeah Chris, you're not Toto anymore, but ain't this fun with Andrea melting like bonbons on the tip of my tongue. Oh, that lure, her lure, says the wizard to the lion, run buddy, run buddy, run buddy, run. This makes no sense, but man, she's spilled in the sand and she shines like the sun. But then again, she began to spin her web on my junkie's high. She enticed me in to lick her sky. Oh, that lure, her lure, that mouth, her eyes, her tongue full of flies. She weaves her silk in neat little lines that draw me in to lose my mind. I snort her poison and kiss her fangs while I beg for more. She lets me hang. Oh, that lure, her lure, what a game. How she turns me out to wriggle and spin, twisting like an insect in her spider's grin. And then there's Roxana, who hides where there's a door behind a door that opens to a window in a room. Where there's a girl in a dress colored red, who slumps against a wall beneath a clock that ticks and talks and beats down time in relentless 1-second stabs. Thank God that girl came to see me and found out what it's like for both of us to smile. Thank you so much. War of Love, baby.